is a major departure from the practice of working through distributors in the region in what the company says will help them understand the market better and come up with better innovative solutions to serve the unique needs of the market. And joining us now to help us understand, we are shortly going to be speaking to Vittorio Sereni, but let's hear exactly why they've set up office here.
Having a one J&J office in East Africa will allow us to focus our efforts, will allow us to better understand the realities, the challenges specific to East Africa, and come up with solutions and partnerships that will have a greater impact than, let's say, the impact of the single divisions. And this is why we are here to celebrate.
So Vittorio Sereni is here. He's the country manager for Johnson & Johnson in Kenya. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Are you playing catch-up? Because there's so many people in the country today who have started companies that are dealing with healthcare products. And Johnson & Johnson, while it is one of the oldest, we are surprised. Why did you decide to set up in Nairobi?
I mean, honestly, I can confirm that we are playing catch-up to a certain extent. We have actually 86 years of heritage in working in the continent, in working in Africa. Mm-hmm. And we thought it was the right time to actually take all our divisions and put them in one place in East Africa. And clearly, the easy solution, the easy answer to where was Kenya, was Nairobi.
Okay, great. And so with this, I'm thinking that most of the customers that have been beneficiaries of your products are now going to be asking, now that you're setting up a hub here, is this going to mean that they're going to be able to access a variety of products?
And not only that, so we will have all our commercial divisions in the country, so our consumer division, medical device division, and pharmaceutical division. But we will also have in the same place all our corporate social responsibility, so all our global community impact, and also all our global public health colleagues. So what we want to look into is how do we, from a holistic approach, strengthen the healthcare systems in East Africa. And we want to work on, for this objective, we want to work on not only understanding how we could provide access to our products, but also how can we build capabilities? And also how can we work on advocacy? How can we work on support policy making, especially for vulnerable communities?
Okay, and speaking of vulnerable communities, outside of Kenya, who else are you going to be reaching out to?
So outside of Kenya, Kenya today is the primary focus. We want to demonstrate that the model works. The easy next steps are Uganda and Tanzania in East Africa. We have also, actually at the beginning of this week, announced a hub also in Ghana. So actually the hubs are three: South Africa, Ghana, and Kenya.
Great. And going forward, are we going to see you also bring in local workers? Because every time we get a multinational company starting up locally, the hope is that there's going to be job creation.
Yes. So currently, all except for myself, I'm clearly not a Kenyan. You can hear by my accent.
Right.
But all our employees are local employees, and it also makes sense because we need to understand the market before we come with solutions, and that means we need feet on the ground, but also local people.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Vittorio Sereni. He is the country manager, Johnson & Johnson, for Kenya and I guess the East African region and Middle East, if I might go by his business card. But Betty, when I hand it back to you, what more do you have for us?
All right. Thank you so much, Joy, for